Capricorn, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, and this is an energy reading. So you take it where and how it resonates in your life. Feel free to leave comments below. And if you're not a Capricorn at all and you come by this message, it's definitely for you. You've drawn it in for some reason. It comes to you at just the right time. This is where your message begins. Oh, you're figuring out a way forward. So the Queen of Swords is all about direction. For me, I call her my GPS card. It may not be what she means in the traditional deck, but in my readings, for me, it's the GPS card. It means that you're plotting out the logistics of your direction forward, that now the way is clear and you've got a lot of ideas because your mind is clear. Clarity is so important to the energy of the Queen of Swords because the swords represent thoughts, right? And her thoughts are very clear. They're so clear, in fact, that she can cut through all the clouds. She's often pictured in clouds, but she's cutting through them. So you're cutting through the confusion, you're cutting through the delusion, you're cutting through the suppositions, the expectations. You're really being objective, not heartless, not cold, but capable of being objective over a particular situation that you can now see your way through. So there's clarity in the situation, but also connectivity to the situation enough to be able to start planning things into the future and seeing your way forward. So this is good news for any of you out there that are looking for answers or were worried that, you weren't going to be able to figure something out. Yes, you are. And we're going to get some of those answers for you. So remember, Capricorn, that if you've never been here before, please subscribe to the channel now and then ring that notification bell. Select all notifications. Select all notifications so that you'll know when I go live. This is the only place that I go live and do free public tarot card readings. And if you're looking for personal tarot readings, I actually do those. So please go to my website. It's the only place you can book with me, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. I'll see you guys there. So what just fell out is a lot. And yeah, so, oh wow. Okay. Did not expect this, guys, to be honest with you. Clarity here. So now let me double back and say, this could absolutely be that you're getting counseling or that you'll need counseling and that you'll need somebody outside of yourself to give you clarity and help you through this very difficult situation, because we have the Three of Swords, which represents heartbreak, pain, sorrow, struggle, not wanting to let go of something in your head. You could be obsessing over something because we have the Devil card here. Devil represents actually Capricornian energy. So in some context, it could also just represent you and your position of life. It's almost like, because on the other side, we've got Aquarian energy. And you and Aquarius share the connectivity of Saturn, because Saturn is both your ruling dignitaries. For you, it is your only ruling dignitary. And for Aquarius, it is it's Aquarius' traditional ruling dignitary before Uranus was discovered. So what I see here is that you have high expectations and you want to make something work. This is a very difficult situation. I could even go and say it's a toxic situation, but you have high hopes that you can fix it, or that you can you can make your way through it or see your way through it, even if it means getting an objective perspective, which could include counseling. So a Queen of Swords would represent somebody who's very intellectual, very well educated, still have a lot of degrees on the wall. A lot of times I associate swords with academics because it's so connected with intellect and communication. So this would be somebody that's very learned, that's very practiced, that's very clinical, and could actually help get you through this very stressful time that you clearly don't want to give up on, but at the same time, you have high expectations for it. You hope that you're going to be able to move yourself. This is it, because if we look at the Devil card as not necessarily as representing you and not what its metaphoric meaning is. We see you wanting to make a plan and figure out a way to go from heartbreak to what you want the situation to be, what you aspire it to be. And because the star card is upright, it's not delusional. It's just something that you really hope. You see a lot of potential in this situation. Now, if it is the Devil card, there once again could be really strong attachments here. There could be addiction here. There could be this sense of being really stubborn and not refusing to let something go because you think it's so precious, and yet all it does is give you heartache. Now, major arcana is more fate. So it's almost like maybe you feel like you have to go through this struggle or pain to get to something that you're aspiring to, and that this is part of your karmic cycle and struggle, and you're starting to see that. But the ache of the Three of Swords would be really getting to you by this point. And I would say we gotta dig deeper into this. There's so much clarity. Let's clarify the Devil, please, and the Three of Swords. Like, what the heck is that? The Hierophant, this has got to do with a commitment that you have. I don't know if it's your marriage. Happy birthday, Danny. I don't know if it's your marriage. I don't know if it's something that you're particularly struggling with because you are obligated to it. Maybe it's your traditional value systems. Maybe it's some sort of industry or expectation that is laid upon you. But this is earth energy, and so it's saying that it's got to do with being on the grind and having that value system and not wanting things to change and wanting to keep your promises. So it could very well have to do with your marriage and that there are major problems, but at the same time, you want to work them out. You don't want to give up on these things. Okay. We're also still clarifying here the Three of Swords and the Devil energy. It is karmic energy. That's what's come out to clarify. What is karma? Karma is God's way of, well, okay. A karmic cycle is a cycle of learning. It's a cycle of life that we have to go through in order to teach us to be a better version of ourselves and help us understand and kind of level up in our lives and our capacity in this life. But karma itself is the energy that you generate. And that's why you can never escape it. When you create suffering or sorrow or sadness or hardship, or if you create love and you create abundance and you create caring and kindness, that's the energy that you create. And inevitably, karma says that you must live in what you create. And so that's what karma is. This is a karmic cycle, though. And it means it's like there's some learning, there's some experience that you're going to get from this circumstance. Got to do with the Lovers and the King of Swords. So there's definitely a promise here. There's also definitely a commitment here. It's almost like you and the other person that's involved, whether it's a business partner or a romantic partner, you and the other person are committed to seeing something clearly and making wise decisions and taking advice. This could be that you're getting legal counsel. It could be that you're going to a doctor. You know, it's that almost like that sense of you both have the capability to be logical enough to step outside of yourselves for more advice, to get counsel, or at least make logical decisions, something that's very clear to you both. It's like you both have the same direction. You're both on the same page. It's almost like you both want the same things, but for some reason you still hurt each other. Okay, we do have good news coming out in the future, which is Sagittarius energy. It means that there's growth and expansion that can happen. So that's, I mean, especially for those of you who have felt like, oh my God, I'm wasting my time, or, you know, we'll never get through this. The universe is saying there is potential for growth here. That's why Sagittarius is out here. There could also be a sense of maybe you want to be free, or you need to get away for a while to get that clarity in your space. Take a vacation from your norm, and allow yourself to allow yourself to be immersed in different circumstances and situations and cultures. So there's this beautiful energy of being able to expand and grow and move forward. So there is potential for that. You're setting something up for yourself. That's why you're taking the hits and the hardship and maybe even the suffering. You're setting yourself up for being able to go somewhere, being able to travel. And I don't mean just geographical distance. I mean, be able to like raise your standards and expand your capabilities and maybe open up different opportunities in your career or with the people that you associate yourself with. So ultimately, yeah, I think I understand why you're staying in this situation. I understand that you see that there's potential. I see, if I have to look at the cards, I see that there's potential, but there's heartbreak here now. There's something really tough. It's like really an act of faith that you're even sticking around to allow yourself to go through this. But I see something really good coming out of it. You'll have something to celebrate this week, or so it's a suggestion to surround yourself with friends. Surround yourself with people who care about you and love you, and that will help you out this week to support you while you're headed more toward. It's almost like girl trip, we need to get away, or guy trip, whatever you're doing. It's almost like we need to get away with our friends. We may need some space or distance to help us just through this situation. Maybe you feel stuck or confined by your connection to somebody else. And in order to actually keep it healthy, what you actually need is to be able to get away for a while. A lot of times I think people think it's bad to do that, and it's not bad to do that. Maybe just a little break is exactly what you need. Yeah, we have the King of Wands here. So you've always wanted this. This is something that you've always seen as potential or had high expectations for a situation. Certainly realize that you were going to have to create it. Or this is a really independent energy. It always reminds me of Aries energy. It doesn't have to represent Aries energy. It represents all fire energy. So it's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We have Sagittarius energy here. There's something that you're really passionate about. So you're definitely not going to back down from this very easily, because fire signs like to fight for what they want. And they're always looking toward the future. But it's funny because he's coming up just kind of in the past, this sense of, I don't want to look back. I'm looking back and I remember what it was, and I like that I just have this future ahead of me. So in some ways, Capricorn, the message is coming through, you gotta have to forget about the past. You know, if the past means anything to you, it should just be fuel for the future that you want to see. I don't know why somebody needs to hear this message, but it's come to you because this is what you need to do. Clear the road ahead of you. Now, there is energy here saying that you will walk away from what doesn't fulfill you. You'll be able to walk away from what doesn't fulfill you. And maybe sometime in the future, that's what you're going to be deciding to do. I don't care about this enough to keep it going, right? It's Eight of Cups is like, remember, cups are emotions, but all those cups are empty, right? There's just emptiness. And that's why the eclipse happens. There's emptiness here. It's like things have changed. Your emotions or your feelings for something have changed. And because they're changing, you're capable of walking away or capable of getting out of a situation that really doesn't matter. So maybe what this is about is you taking the hardship now to set yourself up for future opportunities that will kind of enable you to get out of a situation or get free of a situation if need be. I feel like that's what you're doing. It's certainly what the universe is recommending that you do. It's not asking that you do it right now. If you've ever seen that movie Count of Monte Cristo, it's kind of like that, or read the book, because it was a book. It's kind of like that energy of, he didn't know that he was ever going to get out of jail. He just knew that, spoiler alert if you guys haven't, right? He just knew that he had to be prepared. He had to like keep his mind through the hardship, but through the pain, he had to find something to keep his mind going and keep himself sane. And so that when he got an opportunity, he could think quickly, and act upon it. And that's exactly kind of what this is. It's almost like in the future, not too far away, you're going to get a chance to break free and act upon it, whatever it is. You're going to get an opportunity that you've been wanting, especially an opportunity that enables you to break out of a toxic cycle. And so what God is saying to you is keep preparing, keep the faith, because and keep learning, and it's coming to you. So that's what's coming to you, is there is an opportunity to begin again and start new and start fresh and find your passion again. But you may wait up to a year. You may have been waiting for quite some time. You may just be waiting for the right opportunity. So pages always represent newness, but newness as in also naivete, but sweetness, hopefulness, potential. It's not really firm as to one specific thing, but it's just like an opening somewhere, a space somewhere. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a space. You're looking for kind of anything. It's like, God, just give me anything to sort of give me, not hope, but give me potential again. Give me opportunity again. Maybe you've been waiting for quite some time. I would say up to a year, maybe a month, maybe 8 months. You've been struggling with something. You're going to be presented, and this is why the energy is coming to you this week. You're going to be presented with that opportunity that you have been, happy birthday, Doug Denny, very patient with. You have been very patient with it. And so you're going to want to act on it. You're going to want to move toward it. You're going to want to jump on this, and you're going to get the opportunity to jump on this. Interesting. So it's like you've been, that's what made me think of Count of Monte Cristo. It's like you were preparing for the future, even in the past, like you, I don't know. It's kind of an act of a leap of faith, actually. We have Atlantis come out, which is usually odd energy. Maybe something that you haven't been able to completely figure out, or you haven't been able to technically comprehend it or understand. So ultimately, I think what this card is telling me is you're still working on the logistics. You're still working on how to actually make it function or actually make it happen. And you've got to bide your time, because when the time is right, you'll know everything you need to know to do it. So let's go to the extended, because I think there's so much more information here. The link is down below, and I'll pin it to the top of the comment section. I hope you will join me. Bye.